Good morning, Roselle. And it's an honor to be here to celebrate the different heritage in the borough of Roselle. I've always said Roselle is rich in diversity. We're having a unique, eclectic residency here in Roselle, and it's always a pleasure to be able to honor and celebrate everyone's heritage. And today we have the opportunity to celebrate our very first annual Italian Heritage Flag Raising Day. Today, I brought along a great friend of mine, and you'll hear from him in a minute, Commissioner Al Mirabella. We're honored to have you here, sir. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Before we start the event, I'm going to just break down the order of the program. We're going to start off by having our national anthem sang by Councilwoman at Large Denise Wilkerson, and then right after that we're going to do something that we call pass the mic, and we'll pass the mic on over to Councilwoman of the 3rd Ward, Cynthia Johnson, followed by our Council President, Cindy Thomas, and then Councilwoman at Large will say a few words, and she'll pass it on over to our guest speaker and our honorable guest, Commissioner Al Mirabella. So, Councilwoman.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, who brought stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave, home of the brave.
Ooh, that was different, Councilwoman. All right. Councilwoman we're going to go 3rd Ward. Councilwoman Cynthia Johnson.
Good evening. Well, good morning, Roselle. It gives me great honor to stand here today as we honor and do a flag raising for our Italian. Roselle, as the mayor stated, is a melting pot throughout cultures, throughout all the events that partake here in Roselle. My history of growing up in Newark in the North Ward, Anthony Imperiale, Tony Carino, Frankie Valli, Helen Biazze, and how can I not forget Vito Celentano. As I stand here and honor this day, and I honor this day because throughout the time when my mom had to go to work, a lady named Helen Capaccio, who was the one that made sure that we were fine, making sure that dinner was there where we ate. The first time I ever was introduced to broccoli cavatel was through Helen. It gives me great honor to watch the fights, the strong strength that came from Newark over in our North Ward community. eating dinner at Biase's with some of the best, having pizza over on Bloomfield Avenue. Today I stand here and I salute those that are not here with me today, but still in memory. I thank you for instilling in me the history of the Italian community. I salute you. Thank you.
Good morning, good morning. My name is Council President Cindy Thomas, and I welcome all who's here today. Just want to thank the Italian American in our community and around the world. Bless and enjoyable day today on our first annual Italian Flag Raising Day. Thank you.
It is truly an honor to be here today to celebrate again diversity in Roselle. We do it. Someone asked, why do you have so many flag raisings? Because we have people who represent so many countries here. You can't celebrate Roselle without celebrating each of the cultures. You know, a lot of times people say, well, it's a big melting pot. Well, I don't believe in melting everything away. Sometimes you have to stand tall in your culture. Sometimes you have to stand tall in your traditions so that you can add to the value and the fabric of Roselle, and that's why we're here today. I do want to talk about the struggle of Italian Americans. It wasn't easy. I often say whenever we do these flag raisings, you learn something about the culture, and you realize that there's so much that binds us together. There's so many similarities across the cultures. Italian Americans, when they first came here, experienced extreme racism. The job opportunities were few and far between and tough and hard. But they are a resilient people. They worked hard. You can't find much of American history that does not include Italian Americans. They are persistent and loving. I went to Holy Family Academy and I had a lot of Italian girlfriends, and you would go to their homes and the family invited you in as family. And there's something in that culture that really gravitates towards family, and today we're all Italian Americans. Today we celebrate Italian Americans, and we love that we have you here in this community. I do want to give Larry Beluccio a round of applause. Let's give him a round of applause because he called me and said, listen, let's put this together. It is time. It's the first ever, and it will not be the last time that we celebrate Italian Americans. Let's give them all a round of applause. Janet D'Amico is here. Her mom's Italian. Anthony Esposito is here. He's Italian, but they're Roselle. They're the fabric of Roselle. But we're also blessed today to have a man across this county that represents this county and takes care of this county. But he's an Italian American first. And he really represents everything that I said good about that culture. He's persistent. He's resilient. He fights for Roselle and he fights for the rest of this county. Yes, let's give him a round of applause. I think they know who I'm talking about today. So without further ado, I am going to call up our friend, our commissioner, Al Mirabella.
Yes!
Thank you, Councilwoman. I really appreciate that introduction. I hope you'll come with me and introduce me in other places. It was so good. And I didn't know how well you could sing.
Thank you.
That was beautiful. Beautiful. You're going to get called on for more singing. I hope you know that now. The word's out. And I want to talk just quickly about my dear friend, Mayor Shaw. Mayor, come here for just a second with me. Stand right next to me.
Absolutely.
Now, I said to the mayor, I came up to him today. I said, I don't hardly recognize you. He shaved. I said, it's in celebration of Columbus Day that he shaved.
That's right.
And you're looking good, Mayor.
My friend, man. I love you.
I love you too. And I really want to thank the council people that are here, the council president, Cynthia, my dear friend for many, many years, and all the proud Italian Americans in Roselle that are here assembled. And Larry, I really appreciate your efforts to pull this together. When the councilwoman called me and asked me to do this, I jumped at the chance. I was so delighted to have a chance to come and speak in Roselle on Columbus Day. And the fact that it's the first one, and I hear many more to follow in years to move forward, that's just wonderful. And I've always looked at Roselle as a welcoming community and one that embraces cultures of all people and religions and sexes, who you love. It's really a great, great community here in Union County, and I couldn't be more proud to be here. And actually, I'll tell you, Mayor and the council members and the public here, I'm proud of Roselle for being here and doing it. I'm proud of you for what you did. This is great, really great. It'd be hard pressed for me not to mention the first responders that are standing behind me, the rescue squad, the police guys, and the firefighters, and for all you do and put yourself in harm's way. I appreciate it. Italian or not, I appreciate all your efforts to keep Roselle safe and keep Union County safe. And I'll tell you just a couple of quick stories about my Italian upbringing and heritage. So I was in Italy about 2 weeks ago. I was in Rome. I had the good fortune of traveling to Rome, and anybody who can make it over there should really try to go. It's just wonderful, the culture, the food, and everything that goes with being in Italy is just wonderful. And whenever I'm in Italy, I always plan on my strategy for going back because I just love it there so much. So I spent some time in Rome, walking around. I went down to Naples and the Amalfi Coast, and it's just our home country is beautiful. And I'm such a proud Italian American that I get a chance to represent those Italian Americans in Union County who made such great, significant contributions here in Union County. In fact, Edison, we know Roselle has a real history with Edison and Marconi, and really tied to all that goes well with our modern culture here today. And you know, without Roselle, we'd be long forgotten in a lot of ways. And I will tell you one other thing. I don't know if anybody here still makes the sauce. Okay, a few hands I see. And that is really a labor of love. It's a lot of hard work, but it's one that Italian Americans really embrace as part of their culture and part of their tradition. And we made the sauce in my house about a month ago, and it can last the whole year, and it's just wonderful. So I could go on and on about my love for the Italian Americans, my love for the Roselle and these council members and this mayor and the first responders, but I won't do that because it's such a gorgeous day in Union County. I want everybody to get out there and enjoy themselves. I'm glad that I had a chance to come and say hello and welcome and speak at the first flag raising for the Italian flag. It warms my heart that Roselle is making this significant effort to recognize Italian Americans. And I know you do that with many other cultures, and that's just wonderful, and it speaks to the character of the people of Roselle. It's wonderful. So I grew up in Roselle Park, and my joke, I used to say, we got along with Roselle every day except the Thanksgiving football game. That was one day we could not get on the same page. But we were good partners in Roselle and Roselle Park many, many years growing up in this community. And I just love the diversity and how all of you embrace that here in Roselle. So, you know, I'll say one last thing. So my wife is a first generation Italian American. She got her dual citizenship. And I didn't qualify because although Italian, been here many, many generations, and it's hard to track back so far for my personal citizenship, but she got it. And whenever we travel to Italy, she goes into the European, Italian fast pass lane and passports, and I have to go into the all other country lane. And I say to her, if you leave me here, because you got too fast, we'll have a problem. She never leaves me. I'm thankful for that, and we always have a good time. So I really want to thank Roselle. I'm proud of Roselle for doing this today. And I know this is just really part of the cultural experience you get when you come to Roselle and the diverse community that we have and that we love. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for having this event and for inviting me to say a few words. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless.
Commissioner, I'm going to call you back up.
Sir.
So let me just tell you what he means to me and what kind of gentleman the commissioner is. I don't know if you remember, back in 2019 actually, we were like on the cusp of COVID. And I was having a personal situation, personal issue. And you were in Italy and you took my call. Not only did you take my call, we talked for about a half hour or so, and you resolved the issue. That's the type of guy Al Mirabella is. You didn't have to take that call on vacation, but you took it, we talked, and you helped me out of a situation, man.
I don't pick up everybody's call, but you I picked up.
I love it. Thank you, Commissioner. I'd like to acknowledge Mary Ann Adona. Where are you? You're Italian, right?
Yes, I'm Sicilian.
Sicilian, come on up here.
My grandmother came from over Ellis Island, yeah.
She's been a part of our community in more ways than you know. She's our eyes and ears over at Pinewood Hall for Pine Park, and we appreciate you. I just want to let you know and let the folks know how dear you
Thank you.
you are
Thank
to
you.
us. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
At this time, we're going to conclude the programming by raising the Italian flag. Now, I want to thank our first responders like Al did earlier. Commissioner Mirabella said, you guys are highly, highly respected here in the borough of Roselle, and we really do appreciate you. Fire Chief Laba, Police Chief Haldafier, we thank you so much, and we thank your staff. So if we could just head over to the flagpoles, and we're going to commence with our ceremony. Guys, this concludes our program. Again, I'd like to thank Commissioner Al Mirabella from the bottom of my heart, and couldn't ask a better guy to be here with us. Thank you so much. thank you, all you guys who came out. Larry, we appreciate your effort. Council President, Councilwoman Johnson, Councilman at Large for being here, and the rest of you guys, we love you. God bless, and enjoy the rest of the day. We are off today. Enjoy it.
Yes,
That's
thank
it.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.